Sachin is a qualified chartered accountant and has been with Eris since 2013. Prior to joining Eris, he has worked with ICICI Bank and Vendors Cap. Let me quickly give you a brief overview of Eris' businesses. Eris started with a humble beginning in the year 2007 with a finely crafted business model that focused on differentiated ways of doctor and patient engagement, along with identifying need gaps in different therapy areas. Today, Eris is one of the fastest growing companies in the Indian branded formulations market. Their focus lies in developing, manufacturing, and marketing products which are linked to lifestyle-related disorders that are chronic in nature. In fact, Eris is the fastest growing company in chronic therapy amongst the top 25 companies and the second fastest growing company in cardiovascular and anti-diabetes therapeutic segments amongst the top 25 companies. The management team will take you through the other key details about the company shortly, but before that, let me talk a little bit about the offer details. As you know, that the company is cash rich and the IPO is a complete offer for sale comprising of 21% of the capital of the company. The price band is 600 to 603. Total issue size is 1741 crores, 1741 crores at the upper band of the price. The QIP book over here is 75%, H&I book is 15%, and the retail book is 10%. I would now like to invite Mr. Amit Bakshi to come forward and share with you his story of Eris Lifesciences. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chirag. So at the age of 17, when I took my first job, right on the day my results of 12th class came in was as a salesman in Eureka Folk selling water purifiers. And I have no option to look back and recollect how the last 20-25 years have been. Friends, it is, just to start, I started with Eureka Folks and then went into Eli Lilly, Ranvex. And then I joined a multinational company which had just come in India. It was called Becton Dickinson. Now, strangely, these people were global leaders in diabetes therapeutics. And when they launched in India, I joined the company. And then they said that we have chosen you as a diabetes educator. So till that point of time, there's nothing like educator. So I said, no, what does that mean? They say it means that your job will be to go across the country and educate a lot of people, including nurses, counselors, receptionists, to understand diabetes better. And the offer was too good to resist. So I started doing this and I started enjoying doing that. One thing which I learned during that stint of mine, and even before when I was working with Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk, that while everybody else was very busy dealing with the problems of those times, which were more of infection, tuberculosis, diarrhea, cold, hygiene-related issues, the lifestyle-related issues, diabetes and hypertension, were not being really addressed the way it should have been. And we were a little early in the game. What it helped me doing was that the kind of time I used to spend in the clinic, the kind of engagement which I would have, even before starting Eris, I would have met at least 3,000, 4,000 patients in their homes, in the clinic, educated them. While I was selling insulin, it was my job to make sure that they understand where to inject, what happens if hypoglycemia happens, what do they do to survive that crucial time. And I developed a huge knack of this patient understanding, patient engagement, doctor support, doctor engagement. And that's actually the key. When we launched Eris Lifesciences, believe me guys, nobody wanted one more brand because we were all flushed with 80, 100 brands for each and every medicine. That was absolutely given. But what we decided to do was very, very ulta of what maybe other people would have done. We said, when we went and when we launched to the doctor, for example, I'll give you a small example. When we went to the cardiologist, for the first time, we told them that, doctor, most of the time in our country, we measure blood pressure once in the office, put the cuff, measure the BP, and then take a decision. Now the world is moving up. The epitome, the best way of doing this is ambulatory blood pressure monitoring, which is, put that cuff and monitor 24 hours daily. And nobody had any disagreement on that. And then we started for the first time ABPM on call. So we said, doctor, whenever you get a patient who is either a white coat hypertensive or is not getting relief even after 3 pills, right, or is having certain problem in the night time, do let us know. Our colleague will come to your clinic, put this onto the patient, 24 hours, will take the machine back and give you the report in the next 3 hours. So that resonated. Today, we would be probably the best company when it comes to patient education. And this is what we do all across, all over. I'm sure we will go through the presentation. It will be technical as usual. But let me tell you a couple of highlights about the company. One is the company is very young. Started in 2007, right? I somehow paid the price of not going to a premier institute because there was no circle where I could have asked for money. So there is just people we knew what this talk is and the CNF. So we went to them and asked for some money. Guys, company actually has never raised money in its life, right? We got 1 crore rupees of credit line, right? And my friend who gave me money made sure that he signs every check because he wants to see that every money spent is spent in the right direction. And in October 2007, we were cash minus 1 crore 14 lakhs. And from November 2007, we started being positive on the month. And from there to this point of time, we never raised money. This company has never raised money. When we raised money from Chris Capital, who now looks for an exit in this IPO, it was a secondary deal. No money came into the company. One different thing with this secondary deal is we are a bunch of 5 people, right, who started at that point of time. All 5 of us, immaterial to what share of shares we have, took home the same money just to make sure that there is some security and then we go out once again. So that's how been the journey till this far. We are in 10 years only 1,300 people. Only 10 brands of ours contribute to 74% of our sale, and 26 brands, these are mother brands, contribute to close to 95% sale. So in short, I can easily say that what all we have done in the last 10 years, 1,300 of us put together, is to nurture 26 mother brands. A very large proportion of them is in cardiac and diabetes. Right. So, at our size, we could be the lowest people to sale, the lowest brand to sale. Each and every person which we had put till this point of time has been worked out really, really well. So that's the DNA of ours, right? Unlike many other people, we didn't go berserk in pursuit of growth by adding people and adding brand. We believe to go to the depth of the specialty. What we do when we are in the office, we look at the entire patient journey, that when a patient might become hypertensive, what will happen for the next 30 years or the next 40 years. So that's what we do in the office. Extremely focused, never went out of what we know doing, corrected, improvised, and today, I'm sure we'll go to the numbers, but our ratios, the return on capital x cash, are 3 digits. Return on equity x cash are 3 digits. Our net block till this point of time, gross block has been 100 crores and net block is in the vicinity of 70 crores, right? We have created wealth not only for people like us who joined from day one, right? But I'm also happy to tell you, we have created wealth for our investors also. At this point of time, let me mention to you, we got investment at a very, very early age. We started in 2007. 2017, we are standing in front of you trying to raise money from the capital market, just 10 years. And 2011, after 4 years of our start, we raised money from Eris Capital. The journey with Eris Capital had been fantastic, right? I was very young. I used to do mistakes every day. I wanted somebody to point me out the mistakes and give me a course correction. That's the role which Eris Capital has played. Very happy to have Eris Capital. I would now get into the presentation, and post-presentation would love to answer any question of yours.